Welcome to Sportsbet Daily at oddsmarket.com. Serie A and La Liga midweek action. We did that show on Monday and we'll do the weekend action on Friday to let them get their games out of the way. But Bundesliga, normal service presumes with the two lads. We've got Alex and we've got Radek. How are we, lads?
All good. Thanks for asking.
So we've got to start off. Radek special comes in last week. 3.6 Radek.
Yes, I'm glad that this Radek's bet was in the middle. And yes, my analytics were correct that Hoffenheim and Wolfsburg are meeting in a draw. And so, yeah, let's see. I have another Radek's bet for today. Maybe I'm lucky again.
Yeah, well,
that's the good thing about draws. You only have to win every third. So
I often say that. I mean, it's the forgotten team. I mean, if you can't split them, you should go down the middle. I mean, a lot of people can't split them. They leave the game alone. But maybe 6 or 7 times out of 10, if you can't split them, then go for the draw or go for the under. I think that's just another way of playing it. Alex, you looked at the card. Anything really jump out at you?
Yeah, the price on Bayern Munich destroying Paderborn on the road before the Champions League fixtures next week. I think that Bayern Munich are a scoring machine right now, and despite sitting second in the standings there, 2 points behind RB Leipzig, I think that they have the best attack by far in the domestic league right now.
Okay, well, let's get underway, Radek. We'll start with you. Union Berlin, 3.1, draw 4.6, and Eintracht Frankfurt, 2.37. Where are you going with this?
For Frankfurt, but I'm not. I don't have the balls to put a win bet on Frankfurt here. That's why I make Asian handicap 0, draw no bet on Frankfurt, because I think Union Berlin has to struggle a lot, and they won't win at home, I think. So, but there's always the danger of a draw in this game as well, in my eyes. Yeah, if you see an odd like this on Frankfurt, you have to bet on it, at least with a draw no bet. That's why I take it. And the draw no bet odd is about 1.65.
Okay, that's unlike you. You normally like your bets to be around the 2. Alex, are you following him in?
Don't hear him.
Yes, sorry, it was for me. So yeah, I said I cannot trust Eintracht right now. Yes, I know that they kept Dortmund to a 2-2 draw last weekend, but still I cannot understand how Dortmund managed to throw away again points on the road, always struggling Dortmund. Yes, I think that it will be a tough game for both teams. Union Berlin, the first team that beat Dortmund this season 3-1 at home. Usually at home, I trust that Union Berlin can find the back of the net, but not on the road. Eintracht with a good performance, decent performance, let's say, against Dortmund. They didn't deserve the point. It was a non-goal in the last minute of the game. Andre Silva with his first goal for Eintracht Frankfurt. I think that he won the fight with Bas Dost, and I think that he will be in the starting 11 also this time. Union Berlin, a stubborn team, especially at home, newly promoted side. They will do everything to win points there. Alex classic for me all the way at 1.72. Both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals in the match.
Okay, and I quite like the draw at 4.6. I must say, I think it's a nice little 1-1, maybe even a 2-2. But I definitely think I think the draw. I think it was a very cagey game. Okay, we'll stay with you, Alex. Naughty step Dortmund 1.25, draw 6.6. Werder Bremen at 13. Home form for Dortmund, completely different to their away form.
Yeah, home form for Dortmund always great to take the value from that. Mats Hummels is missing this game due to small injury. Actually, he is questionable.
Oh.
He's not 100% missing this game, but I don't think that he will. Lucien Lefebvre will risk him before a Champions League match. Mats Hummels, you said at the beginning of the season, what a shit a transfer for Dortmund. But let me tell you the numbers right now. He's the best central defender right now in the domestic league.
That's a load of garbage. That is a load of garbage. I've seen him play. He's not up to speed. He can't run. He gets done ball watching. That's where stats are so misleading. And you remember, Dortmund have 88, maybe 70% of a game. And all they do is pass it sideways. And honest to God, I saw it. I've seen him 3 or 4 times. He's nowhere near the player he was.
Without him, they conceded the last goal. He was replaced in the second half against Eintracht, and they conceded the equalizer against in Frankfurt there. So I think that they always struggle without some key defenders with experience. Doesn't matter if they are slow, but in Bundesliga you have to be big. You have to have a little experience with strikers from your opponents, and maybe you will help your goalkeeper not to concede in that match. But yeah, Dortmund at home, a brilliant attacking side. Werder Bremen, first match they failed to score this season in the 3-0 loss against the leaders, RB Leipzig. Last season, Werder Bremen, just one time they didn't score all season long, and that was against Bayern Munich. This time, they managed to not to score in the last round against RB Leipzig. I don't expect them to win this match, but I expect them to make it tough for Dortmund. I expect them to contribute on the scoreboard, and I'm going for Dortmund to win and over 3.5 goals in the match at 2.2 with Paddy Power.
Yeah, seems like a good price, Alex. To be fair to you, Radek, are you going with Dortmund?
Kind of, yeah, but there are a lot of right things Alex said already. So my bet is over 3.5 without any other specials, just the goals on the side, because the point that Hummels might be missing is even better. I made up this bet before I knew that he will be missing, or maybe is questionable, because I think the home power speaks a clear speech for Dortmund, and Bremen is the key fact, because they had a lot of missing players, and they have still missing some players. And I think Dortmund, these odds are kind of correct, and they will hurt Bremen as well as Leipzig did last week. And I also see it, like Alex said, that Bremen is able to score as well. Maybe the old one, Pizarro, is back in the game, if he's not one of the injured ones. And yeah, we will see. I think I like the price of 1.8, I think, with over 3.5 goals here.
Okay, undoubtedly on paper, the game of the weekend in Germany is RB Leipzig at 1.6 draw, 4.7, and Schalke 5.9. Schalke, you never know what you're going to get, Alex.
You never know what you're going to get with Schalke. Yeah, bad start to their season, but after that, 3 wins in a row. But you can simply not oppose RB Leipzig right now. They are absolutely amazing. They have a rock solid defense. They have just 3 goals conceded in 5 matches. The best defense right now in Bundesliga. They are unbeaten. They are top of the league. Just 2 points away from the maximum points after 5 matches. They managed last round to score and keep a clean sheet with 1 man down, and they beat Werder Bremen 3-0. I simply cannot take off this trend right now. RB Leipzig for me to win and over 1.5 goals in the match at 1.75 with Coral. I think that RB Leipzig have the necessary weapons to score at least 2 goals on their own. This is why I'm going with this bet. I'm seeing Schalke struggling to find the back of the net on the road there. So I see a 2-0 result, maybe 3-0, who knows. But definitely RB Leipzig, I'm seeing them winning because they are absolutely organized. The Nagelsmann is doing an amazing job. Absolutely amazed with this team, despite the fact that they don't have star players inside their team, right?
Yeah, that can work. That can work. When your confidence is high, you don't need stars. You just need that chain to be as strong as it possibly can be. Radek, Paderborn 19, draw 9.7, Bayern 1.17. Everything points to Bayern win, but how do we get the value?
Because of Bayern is in a great condition at the moment, and they have internal fights for positions. You know that with the acquisition of Coutinho and Ivan Perisic, they have a lot of more options on the wings and in the middle of the pitch, and that's why even if Bayern has Tottenham in their minds because they're playing in the Champions League on Tuesday, I think even it's better if they play the players who are not always on the pitch and they want to present themselves, and I think that is more dangerous for Paderborn. And in my opinion, I think Bayern must win high. You can't bet on a very weak team like Paderborn here. In the first 3 matches, I thought Paderborn is really vivid and good for the league because they only play straightforward football. But now I think completely different because I think they are the weakest team by far in the league. And if Bayern is in normal shape, why shouldn't they win with three goals difference? And that is the point, because you get an odd of 2.0, which means Bayern has to win 50% of the games against this Paderborn with 3 goals difference. And I think Bayern should win more than 50% of the games with this space between the two teams. And that's why I like the odd. And even the Bayern odd is really, really low. With Asian handicap minus 2.5, I think it's still value.
Okay, 2.5. Is it 2.5 for you as well, Alex?
I'm on the same train at even money. Yes, you can see not only that they are fighting for who will take the spot in the Bayern starting 11, because I think that Niko Kovac will rest some of his players right now, but they have one of the strongest bench squads in Bundesliga and also in Europe. You can see how united they are. Let me give you an example. Robert Lewandowski scored a brace last week against Köln, and he had the opportunity to make it 2 hat-tricks in 5 matches in Bundesliga, and he offered Coutinho the chance to score from the spot because he wants the new players to adapt quick, to feel like they are part of the family there, and to start helping them match by match. Bayern Munich are looking very, very good right now. I think that, as Radek said, Paderborn are the weakest team in Bundesliga, and we should go against them week in and week out. No wins, just 1 draw in 5 matches, 14 goals conceded, second worst defense after Mainz, against the best attack in the league with 16 goals in 5 matches for Bayern. That screams goals. Bayern Munich minus 2.5, banker of the week in Bundesliga.
Banker of the week, not worried about team selection there. They say the bench is good enough to win by 3 clear goals. OK, Radek, give us your special. We're going to Fortuna Düsseldorf, 2.45. The draw, 3.75. And Freiburg at 2.9.
I think I mentioned it last week as well, that I think Freiburg is clearly at the limit of their abilities. So Freiburg made a perfect start for their abilities, and now it's time to get back to reality for Freiburg as soon as possible, or sooner or later. And I think they can make a close game in Düsseldorf, but I think the Spider-Man of Düsseldorf, as Alex always said, Sex Steffen, the goalkeeper of Düsseldorf, is a very hard wall. You can't easily score against him and Düsseldorf, and that would be a problem for Freiburg. Maybe they are the better team, but I think they won't win in Düsseldorf, and I don't think that Düsseldorf will win this home game. Everyone would be happy with a draw, especially me, because I give you the Radek's bet here, a draw for 3.75.
OK, 3.75, the draw, Fortuna Düsseldorf against Freiburg. We've already had Alex's banker. Bayern Munich, minus 2.5 Asian handicap at 2.0. Radek, give us your banker.
Yeah, it's hard. I think all bets we mentioned are really good, but all can be as well broken. So if he says Bayern, I say Dortmund against Bremen with over 3.5 goals.
Excellent, at 1.8. Right, gentlemen, let's hope you have a great Bundesliga. Nice to have the Radek special in last week. Let's hope we make it 2 out of 2. Keep up the good work, and I'll speak to you both soon. Cheers, Alex. Cheers, Radek.